basically in captivity they become like bats. They get that food association. When they see things moving or humans walking around, they go, it's food time, everyone wake up. So the reason being, they do have those red ears. Those red ears actually can get to the point where they are seen as glowing red things in the night, originally thought to be little red horns. That vocalization you were hearing just before, that god-awful sort of squealy sound, can get a lot more high-pitched, a lot louder, go for a longer period of time. It does get to the point where it's that sort of sound you don't want to hear. So first that was right. Heard a bit of that, went out to investigate. In a world lit by lanterns and, you know, candles, wouldn't have been able to see much. It would have been those glowing red things, gnashing teeth, god-awful squeals, and that human consumption, disease-free meat. So not a huge issue for our Tasmanian devils. They are pretty tough creatures. They can consume just about anything. They do.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
Feeding time now.
So sweet. Yeah, so sweet.
Yeah, he should come around in a second, guys. He'll get out of pace.
Are they going to be here?
Yeah, they'll come here. I think he's just here now, actually.
Here I have the very towards me.
You see the one with Joey?
Yeah, that was the one.
Well, just in a bit of a devil feed. So there is a few things I do like to go over. So the main one being food. Now they are capable of jumping. They can get round about maybe a bit over halfway up these fences. So if you are dangling your arm down, you will regret it. You're going to have bruises for probably around 3 weeks. So yeah, try to prevent that if possible. As well as that, if you happen to drop something into the enclosure, if you let me know, I will try my best to retrieve it. I make no promise around 8 on iPhones in the 13, 14 months I have been here at the park. So, very good at destroying things. If you let me know, I can jump in and try my big feeding today, guys. Does not come from the park. In saying that, we do try to replicate natural diets here. Kangaroo, wallaby, possum, that sort of stuff, that's what they eat, that's what we feed them. Now you would saw us. We are very much a rescue operation, an animal sanctuary. We don't go behind our ears and go, right, you've had a good life, you know, on the table you go. Doesn't happen, guys. Where the meat does mention how devils have that sort of god-awful vision. So they do think anything that's moving is food. With that, God sort of had to figure out ways of contacting one another. These vocalizations, that one there is the politest one. They prefer to use their words rather than to physically fight or harm one another. Might just squeeze. So that bite force is quite amazing. I was saying you don't want to get bitten. They are capable of producing massive amount of bite energy as per size. One of the strongest in the animal kingdom compared to their weight. So the way it does actually work out to be, male devils getting to around 13 kilograms have the same bite force as a slightly smaller hyena. They can produce 594 newtons, so you might be sort of trying to figure out how exactly powerful that is. A female devil on teeth, but the actual sort of bite force is a lot stronger. You can see see clearly for about half a metre in front of their face, and then everything is blurry. They have no idea what it is. They have to actually use that sense of smell and that hearing to determine what's face planting and rolling over on their face. So they have learnt to den. They basically go down to where it is cooler. So you might see under this log here, there's a bit of a hole there. So basically, exactly where that devil's going. They're not seen as easily as one the devil is looking. So the devil can't really see the other devil, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you'll notice it does get a little bit more severe around food. Reason being, they have an absolutely crazy ferocious appetite, very fast acting metabolism. They are actually capable. Yeah, it is pretty incredible. For that reason, they will not be fussy. Fur, bone, eyes, claws, internal organs, they eat a lot. So you can imagine an echidna would not be the easiest thing in the world to consume. Tasmanian devils are one of the only animals to actually be able to do it. So you might have noticed a few of these devils have white markings, a few do not. The way it does go with white markings, majority of us killing humans, dragging us around. Yeah, they were blamed for a lot of things. Unfortunately, there wasn't the same level of sort of animal study back in those days. But these days, they're not a threat to anything as large as us. So things like cows weighing around 500 kilograms, where they weigh 9 or 13, it's not going to work out too well for them. They very much do not like to hunt. They are a very high level scavenger, but very unwilling to hunt, to participate in that sort of running, energy consumption, you name it. So reason being, they have very few sweat glands. When they are actually expending energy, it's taking a lot out of their systems. Because their blood system is going to overdrive, does get to the point where those ears will actually glow very bright red. That terrible vision, guys. Haven't quite worked out this sort of food there. Sure, they can hear, and they can actually smell food from a very far way away. Yeah. So food hierarchy, pretty much.
It doesn't see anything.
Yeah.
It's like right.
Yeah, they're just at the stage where they're still dependent, but they're starting to become that solitary creature. So, you know, before this stage, all they were doing is sitting down in a den. Mum is basically telling them off for everything they do. She's recognising that they are vulnerable. Even here in Tasmania, where they're very protective mothers, they will take on anything that comes their way. So, quite the amazing sort of creatures, really.
They're also a pregnant one?
We don't have any pregnant ones at the moment, but they are starting going through the first of the sort of breeding season. So they're just starting to breed. The gestation period, the actual pregnancy, is only 21 days. So in 3 weeks, there is the chance that we may have a pregnant devil. But yeah, we don't sort of know until a little bit later, because once they are pregnant, you can't actually intervene and lose their young. So there is a certain period of time where you actually can't interfere at all. You have to wait until you start to see a very saggy pouch, and it's actually looking like they're a lot further along. Then you can intervene as to what you can do and what you can't do. But it's it's a very good thing. We're actually allowing them to raise their own sort of babies here at the park rather than intervening and raising them as humans. Basically, in captivity, they become like bats. They get that food association. When they see things moving or humans walking around, they go, "It's food time, everyone wake up." The other one is the ones you are seeing.